No code has gotten so powerful. Today, you can build anything from simple email automations all the way up to an Airbnb clone with nothing but just a few no-code tools. Today, we're going to talk about how you can build your own cohort-based course using no code. Let's get started. Now, I've gone ahead and put together my online school using no code. You're looking at the landing page right now, which I just used Webflow to put together. And so now what we can do is go through the entire student registration onboarding flow, and then I'll go back and show you how I constructed the entire flow using no code. It's pretty easy. So in this landing page, as you can see, there's not much here. Build a high growth online education business, a 8-week cohort-based course that teaches you how to build a cohort-based course. Very meta. If this was a real cohort-based course, obviously I would have a lot more copy here, some testimonials, additional information, FAQ. But since this is just a test school, we're going to keep it nice and simple. So the only thing I can really do here is click this apply button. Now, let me go ahead and click apply. This will take me to the CBC application. So I've already submitted an application. Let me submit another one just so you can see what that looks like in real time. Let's say that the name is Thomas Edison, and then I love light bulbs at gmail.com. Why do you want to join the CBC? It sounds really amazing. Boom. So very simple application. I can go ahead and hit submit. And as soon as I do that, we can head over to our student database and we will see that Thomas Edison has appeared in this new row. Fantastic. Now, if I were to go over now to my email account, I'm going to see that I have a new email. New application. So this was from my previous application. So this is what this will look like. We're going to get one from Thomas Edison in a second. Hi, Ish. A new application just came in for your cohort-based course. See it here. So I can go here. It'll take me to my student database. If I wait a second, we should see a new one come in. Right now, it's taking a second, so we will come back to that. In the meantime, I want to show you the next step, which is sending an acceptance letter. Okay, boom. So now what I've done is once I put the registration status accepted, the student will automatically get an email with the invoice and the option to pay and basically saying, congratulations, you're in. Okay, so now while we're waiting for those emails to come through, let's go ahead and show you how I put together this entire workflow. So this is the Webflow project that I used. We're going to do a little bit of loading. Okay, so pretty straightforward. One of the great things about Webflow is that they have all these default components that you can use to build landing pages that are really responsive with low effort. So I just pulled in the sticky nav, this hero overlay with the subscribe button, and then the footer. So super easy. It took me no more than 10 minutes. I created a button, and that button linked to my Typeform. From the Typeform is just a place where you can build these fancy looking surveys. I went ahead and created a very simple application form, taking a name, email, and a reason for the person to join. As you can see, I then integrated it with Google Sheets. So Typeform allows you to take your results and funnel them into a third-party system. I use Google Sheets. You can use Notion. You can use any platform that you think is a really good fit. Airtable is also a good one. So here's the application. Now, if I hit connect, you'll see that Google Sheets was connected. And particularly, I created a new sheet, which was the student applications, CBC. Now, the last thing I want to show you is the Zaps that I put together to tie everything together. So there were two Zaps, one for me as the administrator to receive an email when an application comes in. So that one's pretty simple. These both are very simple Zaps. For those that might not know what Zapier is, it is a tool that allows various different products to talk to each other and exchange information. So in this case, the Zap we have set up is a new spreadsheet row in Google Sheets sends an email to me. So every time there's a new application from Typeform, it sends it to Google Sheets. Google Sheets then will set off the Zapier integration, which will send me an email to notify that I have a new student application. So if we go through all the different settings, we have, so it's Google Sheets, it's specifically this sheet, this worksheet, and then within the trigger, we found a record. We'll use this record and we'll use information in this record to send a formatted email. So if we look at the email, this is the content of the email. So it'll take the name of the person and put in the subject line. It'll email it to me, a new application from this person. And then you have a new application just came in, see it here, which will link me to the student database. And lastly, I will have any other fields that I want to add here. I don't actually want to add any other fields here, but if I did. And then the second Zap that I set up for this was the acceptance letter / invoice. So with here, what we can do is once I've set a student to as an accepted status, what I can do is I can make sure that they get an email saying, hey, congratulations, you're in. And then I can also include a link to an invoice. Now, we could theoretically set up a third Zap that once that invoice has been paid, they could automatically get added to a Slack or Circle community. For the sake of this demo, we're gonna just ignore that and pretend that already exists. So right here, as you can see, similar to before, except this time we're looking at specifically when this column was updated, so the registration status, when this is updated. And I didn't do this here, but you'd want to add a filter here to make sure that this registration status would equal to accepted. And then ideally you can have 3 different kind of paths. So if it was accepted, you can send an accepted letter, you can send a waitlisted letter or a denial letter. And sending an outbound email, just like before. In this case, I didn't actually want to send somebody an email, so the right field to put here is actually the field here that we would pull from the sheet. I didn't want to do that because I don't want to send some random person an email. So I just put in my email, but you'd want to put in their email. And you put in subject line, hey, congrats, you're in. And I also didn't create the Stripe invoice link, but that's where you would put that here. And yeah, we just send them a place to submit payment. And once they have payment, you could add them. You can basically initiate the student onboarding sequence. And let's see if we can come back. Aha, there it is. Boom. Okay, so this is the Thomas Edison application. A new application just came in for your Cohort-based course. Perfect. And then, guess what? Look at that. We have our acceptance letters. So, hi, Thomas Edison, congratulations, you are in. Welcome to the CBC school. In order to get started, submit payment via this link. Once you've done that, you'll be automatically added to our Slack community. Amazing. Well, I hope this was helpful. If you have any other questions about how you can use no code to build your cohort-based course, just let me know. I'll include a lot of links in the description as well as the exact Zapier workflows that I use to put this together. Hope this was helpful. With that, this is Ish signing off.